Ever wondered which mods completely blew up in BeamNG Drive? Today, we're taking a look at the most downloaded mods ever. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of downloads. Let's see what kind of mods the ModLand community really likes. So let's open ModLand, select BeamNG Drive, and sort by downloads. Now there are many huge car packs, but we are looking for single car mods. This Porsche by Twixer sadly doesn't work in the latest version of BeamNG, so let's move on with the M5 F90 and G30 by King mods. It's got over 460,000 downloads so far. The pictures of the mod are nice. Let's load it into the game. Wow, this mod looks exactly like in the pictures. It's beautiful. We've got 18 different configs here, including both diesel and petrol versions. The doors are fully openable and the interior is really well detailed. I especially love the look of the headlights and indicators. They make the car feel super realistic. The sound while driving is just perfect in my opinion, especially on the higher revs. The handling is also great, just like you'd expect an M5 to feel. Drifting is not that difficult, I think. And even the slower diesel variants are a lot of fun, especially for casual daily driving. But don't underestimate the diesel variants. They've got plenty of power too, for example the 530D. But if you want to go really fast, there are also tuned versions with insane power. It's crazy how easy it feels to handle them at such high speed. Oh. And of course I had to crash it. The first hit was a bit rough, so let's do another one with less speed to properly show you the working airbags and the really good crash physics this mod has. So the next mod we're looking at is the BMW E39 by Kenimation Mods. This one has over 380,000 downloads and is already on its 15th version. It's been around for a long time, but it's constantly updated and completely free to download. On the pictures, it looks really good, so let's load it up in-game and see how it performs. We're starting with the Touring Diesel version. As you can see, everything is openable and really well detailed. The interior looks great in my opinion, and what's cool is that there are actually multiple interior styles you can choose from. Even the engine bay is properly modeled, which adds a lot of realism. Once we start driving, you'll notice the black smoke from the diesel engine, and the sound across all the different configurations feels very authentic. The handling on this one feels really nice, and surprisingly, I'm even able to drift this touring version, which is a lot of fun. But of course, we also have to do a crash test because I know you guys care a lot about the crash physics. So here we go. In my opinion, they look solid. Maybe not the absolute best you'll find in BeamNG, but definitely good enough to enjoy. This mod is huge. It comes with a stunning total of 110 different configs, which is just insane. Of course, I can't show you every single one in this video, so let's focus on the most important version, the legendary M5. I really love the V8 sound of this model. You can have a lot of fun with a youngtimer like this, whether you drive it stock or go for one of the lowered, tuned versions. They're surprisingly driftable, and the way the car handles makes it super enjoyable to push around corners. And even though it's a German car, it somehow delivers kind of a JDM vibe, especially with the stanced or tuned setups. That mix makes this mod stand out and shows why so many people keep downloading it after all these years. If we scroll a bit further, the next mod we see is the Dodge Challenger. Customized and really fancy. The images already show lots of different configurations, so let's see how it actually looks in the game. And wow. These crazy tuned versions are part of the total 24 configs. Sadly, only the hood is openable, but that's also the place where you can tune the most stuff, so it kind of makes sense. The car comes with a fully modeled interior, working gauges, and all the details you'd expect. Now let's turn on the engine and listen to some revs. You can clearly hear that nice supercharger whine, which honestly makes driving this car even more exciting. It just feels powerful and aggressive, exactly how a Challenger should be. You can definitely do some burnouts and all kinds of fun stuff with it, but when it comes to drifting, that's a bit more difficult. There's also one cool Christmas config with a full light chain wrapped around the car, which actually looks really fun at night if you enjoy some festive driving. But honestly, my favorites are still the crazy-tuned versions with insane amounts of power. Even though I always end up crashing them, they're so much fun to blast down straight roads at ridiculous speeds. The next mod is the BMW M4G82 by Royal Renderings, and this one also has over 300,000 downloads. And honestly, this mod is packed with features. It's one of those cars where you can spend hours just checking out all the little details and configs. We actually already covered this mod completely in another dedicated video, so if you're really interested in seeing everything it has to offer, make sure to check out the link in the description. But right below the G82, we find a nice BMW E36. There aren't many pictures on the mod page, so it's hard to tell how good it really is. Let's download it and try it out in-game. It looks great. Everything is openable and we get a very detailed interior. There are also lots of different interior styles available. The engine bay is very detailed too, and the tuning possibilities are endless, as you can see right here. We got 68 configs with everything you need. Coupe, limousine, compact, touring, police, race, and more versions. My favorite config is the normal M3. It's just perfect. In my opinion, the E36 is also one of the best BMWs ever made. And of course, you can drift this thing. The compact version isn't really my favorite, but it's lightweight and can also be built into a drift missile. I want to use it for a short crash test to make it even more compact. The physics aren't perfect, since the mod is a bit older, but I think it's still good enough for some crash scenarios. And as you may have already seen in the config list, we've got multiple racing versions. I want to at least show you one of them in action, because they actually perform great. And if it's too slow, just tune it yourself. No matter which version you pick, there's always something exciting to try out. Now, the next car we're looking at is the Mercedes GT63, including the Brabus versions. On ModLand, it's uploaded with only one picture, so I guess we'll have to check out what we actually get ourselves. Now we have the Mercedes GT63, including the Brabus versions. There are 14 configs in total. The doors are openable, and the interior is really detailed. We also get ambient lights and working digital gauges. I really like the yellow stitching in the seats. There are multiple different interiors because of the Brabus versions and other variations. We can drive down into this parking lot, and I want to show you how loud the V8 engine is. I really love this sound right here. The different versions also sound a bit different from each other, but mostly they differ in looks and power. Let's do a short crash test with this fully black version right here. Okay, the crash physics look okay, but overall the mod is actually pretty good. I really recommend trying this car by yourself. The driving feels really good, and I think it actually deserves to be part of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys.